I said talk to me, damn it! All right. Then I'm gonna make you talk. I said talk to me, damn it, or else I'm gonna throw you in the fire!
You stupid bitch! You filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves.
Jose, how are you now?
Good, and you?
Not so bad.
Nice.
You know what else is nice?
What's so nice, Shag?
It is spooky season. Pew, pew, pew.
Bow, bow, bow. I was trying to think of like a spooky tune, like a ooh.
You know,
like
people actually really like when you fucking sing and get on my fucking nerves. Someone said you need to do that more, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He technically does. It just doesn't bother me anymore.
Shag's become numb.
I become
so numb.
Yeah, like
he can see me there, but he just doesn't want. Oh fuck! I forgot the words.
You fucked it up. I was like, You know, we are back. Are you fucking like whisper singing the song?
I'm trying to remember the words.
Well, while you're doing that, let me just get this.
Oh shit! There he goes, Rick Steiner. Let's go. Sorry, I shouldn't jump the gun.
Ooh, speaking of wrestling references, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, Cinema Villains proudly brings to you a brand spanking new episode that you and your hearts have desired. It is your hostess with the mostest, Shaggy Black, alongside me, dashing Jose.
That's right.
We are back, and it is our time of the year. Spooky season has arrived. Once again, our favorite time of the year, and you lovely people will be getting more content in this month than you ever had before. And
that's right.
And trust us when we try to say, why don't y'all do this 365? Look, we're only horny for 1 month out of the year.
That's true. Big horny too.
Yeah, it's just unfathomably horny for like spooky season. That is our genre. That is our niche. We are going to bring it we are going to bring you content chock full to the gills, unless one of us croaks, and even then, the other one will probably keep this going. And I always wonder, do we have a replacement? If something happens to someone, because you actually have a key to my house. If something happened to me, you know pretty much the codes and everything to get to the computer, and then to do your own thing. And then I know you replace me with Shane.
Yeah, I would if I could.
I figured he'd be really like the first person.
Shane's out of state.
Yeah.
So we have to get back on track and shit like that. But
yeah, I figure I don't even know who I'd replace you with.
You would replace me with Alex.
No.
It just broke his heart, guy. Shout out to you, Alex.
Appreciate you. Actually, nah, it's I figured if I had to replace you, it'd probably be somebody else from Jacksonville. I get Bob.
Nice.
Fuck it, Bob.
With a real podcaster.
Yep. Moncrief Bob is what I'll go get.
Moncrief Bob.
Moncrief Bob from the lovely show Straight Chillin'.
Yeah, shout out to Straight Chillin'.
Yeah, man.
Those are good spooky guys. If you want spooky all year around,
yes,
listen to those wonderful gentlemen.
Yes, straight from the slums of Duval County, Jacksonville, Florida, where I am born and bred. You, my friends, if you are loving the spooky shit, go give those boys a listen. They are straight chilling. They actually were featured in fucking Fangoria.
Yeah, look at them. Fucking fancy.
Not just that, they fucking got to interview Corey Taylor from Slipknot. And I, for one, am super proud, but also very fucking jealous. So
Jelly.
I am super jelly of Bobby and the boys.
They've also interviewed Joe Bob.
They did interview Joe
Bob
Bob.
will interview Joe Bob. Like, look at Bob.
They did.
Mock
Yeah, they
Creek
did
Bob.
that. They did that a while ago.
Yeah.
Like I remember because I remember that was like after that was actually Bob's first long time appearance
We
back
need to
in
get them
Jacksonville.
boys on.
Yeah,
really
we do. We do. We need to schedule that. But
One day.
today being the day that we're kicking off spooky season
Today
off right.
is not that day.
It is technically it is the second. But it's the beginning of October.
That's
as
right.
As we are starting this off. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you now, we are going to start this. If you saw the tweet that we first off came out and apologized that we didn't have pretty much anything for September.
Yeah, we had like 2 episodes. We had our birthday episode and that was it. Really,
That was
right?
that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Pretty much it. I want to say no, because Predator came in August. I want to say.
I can't remember.
I can't remember either.
Yeah.
But like September only really had maybe 2 episodes, and then we took a break, mostly because life be lifing.
Yeah.
Life be lifing. But we did our time. We're back. We're re-energized. I have found the golden globe of drugs, and we are hyped and ready to
I was
go.
going to say you found God?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
What do you think I am?
I know, right? I'm like, wow, Shag, never would have guessed.
No. Morgan
Who'da-
Freeman can just stay right over there.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have knew?
Who'd knew? Nah, not me.
I never knew.
Not me. But I'm doing all this filibustering to tell you that we are actually kicking this off. If you didn't read the title, good for you, because unless you can't read, then ooh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
But thank you for clicking that download button and playing us. But if you read the title of this episode, we are now putting every year, we in spooky season, we have done Hall of Fame episodes.
Yeah.
And we like to put these gentlemen in the just horror villains in spectacular fashion. Now, granted, one of these days we will do other villains that are not horror and put them in the Hall of Fame, which I think the first person we did that with was
Hans.
Was it Hans Gruber?
Yeah.
Was it Hans Gruber? Okay, because I thought it was Willem Dafoe.
No, he was second.
He was second. Okay,
He's
it
the
was
second
Hans Gruber.
non-horror
guy in the Hall of
guy
Fame,
in the Hall of Fame, yeah.
or in the Hokage wing is what you like
That's
to call
right.
him. I'm really surprised. I said that before you.
Well, I was waiting
Yeah, I know you were waiting, but
because he's what? 6? 5? 6.
This person we got right
Yeah.
now, technically,
Well, 7th.
ooh, you might be 5.
6. It's 6.
Six?
It's 6, yeah.
Okay, six. He'll be the 6th person in our Hall of Fame wing. But again, you saw the title. You know what this is. However, if you didn't read it and you just clicked on it because you love us that much, we are officially putting Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. Chucky, the Killer Doll, into the Villains Hall of Fame.
Congratulations. You are now the 6th Hokage of cinema villainy.
Yes.
So there you go.
That little bastard has been a thorn in people's sides for years and scaring up the children.
Oh, yeah.
It is time we actually put him in our Hall of Fame wing. Honestly, man, I am a huge fan of the Child's Play series. It's funny because all the movies that I actually really liked scared the shit out of me as a child.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God. Now I'm
'cause
like,
Chucky's pretty creepy, man.
oh yeah, no, fuck. Early Chucky? Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. We're gonna dive into that too. Chucky as a character, Charles Lee Ray, always and played by the lovely Brad Dourif.
Yeah.
He always creeped me out. Even when he got silly as shit, always something about him that creeped me the fuck out, right?
Right.
And when we do these Hall of Fame episodes, it's more along the lines of how this villain felt to you, how iconic it was, or how iconic the villain is, and pretty much the presence in pop culture that villain has. And again, from this being from the 80s of eras movies, this man Chucky is transcended into godlike because everybody knows what fucking Chucky is now, man.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, you got the old TV show.
He got the TV show out now.
Yeah,
And
that you
must
haven't
be
watched, but I've watched. And I actually genuinely enjoy. In the second season, the reason why we're doing this one first, because the second season premieres right after this fucking episode gets aired.
That's right.
So you can watch that only on Sci-Fi or USA. So you can. I think they stream simultaneously and a lot of curse words.
Yeah.
A lot of curse words and gore.
Nice.
It's great. Which I was very surprised that they got away with. Not as much gore, but like, yeah, it'd be some deaths.
Yeah, well, cable channels are getting very lenient now.
I mean, because they're getting their asses kicked by streaming, and streaming can have everything.
Yeah, that's true.
There's no like.
It's like once it's past 9 o'clock, it's a wrap. Let's go.
It's like it's once it's not. I want because I remember the days. It was like after 10 or 11. That's when the racy shit came on.
Yeah.
Not racist, but like racy.
No,
I mean, like fucking like mostly sexual or more adult orientated.
BET Uncut, my guy.
Boy, not just BET Uncut. Like
also
fucking
like,
fucking Gilbert Gottfried's Up All Night.
Oh yeah, Up All Night. Yep.
Yep. Like we're busted. We're showing our age, my man.
Look at these old pieces of shit.
Ooh, my gracious. But
Silk stockings, my guy.
Silk stockings. I remember
would've
that fucking
never
theme song played in
remember
my head.
that show.
Dog, I don't
wasn't
even.
for
I
wrestling.
still don't know what that show's about. I don't know if I think it was a detective
I was
show,
about to say, I think it's detective.
but it was like a sexy detective show. I don't know, man. I kind of want to go back and watch it. Cause someone's got that whole fucking series on YouTube just playing. It's all like the old VHS looking shit. I'm like, man, I might need to watch this on the next episode of Silk Stockings. But we're not here talking about that here. What we're actually talking about, obviously, is Chucky the Killer Doll. Why are we putting him in the Hall of Fame? I mean, like I said, he's probably, if not one of the most popular horror villains of all time.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm almost tempted to say he's probably the third or no, I'm gonna say third most popular horror villain.
Yeah.
Like, you got to think about it. People confuse Leatherface.
Well, no, I would say fourth.
See who's your three? The
Freddy,
Holy
Jason, and Michael.
So the horror.
100%, yeah.
So the horror. That's the horror. See, that's the horror. That's the Trinity. That's the Trinity. Holy Trinity or horror Trinity.
Yeah.
Of that genre, right? But if you think about it, because the next person you would think of is like Leather, you're right. He'd be fourth, not third. But sometimes people confuse Leatherface with either Michael Myers or Jason.
Yeah.
But Chucky is fucking iconic. You can literally
know he's a doll. Yeah.
People know he's a doll. He's a killer doll with orange red hair and the fucking striped jumpsuit. People know what that looks like. Hell, man, I got fucking merch still of like I got my keychain that literally is a good guy thing. It was from Child's Play.
Nice.
It's fucking. Have you not seen that?
I don't think I've noticed it.
Dude, I'll show you too when we're finished.
Let's
But
go.
like I'm telling you now, G, like the super iconic. Like if you were in if you had your own section in Hot Topic, you knew you made it.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so most popular fucking character. I can't say that. Now, see, you put Freddy, Jason, Michael. Is fourth would be Chucky. You can also make the same fucking argument for Ghostface.
No, yeah, absolutely. That's true.
They're like just super popular on like because these people are actually you've made it when there's a slutty version of a slutty version costume version of you.
Yeah.
And I've seen slutty Chuckies.
Nice.
You've given me a face wondering like how the fuck would that even look?
No, but I'm just like, I guess. I mean, I guess.
Buddy, I can do some Googles. Pre what?
Fuck, what is Chucky's wife's name? Jesus Christ.
Tiffany?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you get Chucky and Tiffany.
No, I understand. I've seen them too.
Yeah.
I think about it.
Yeah, it's just like that's how iconic the character is. And you say, well, what about the movies? Now, granted, there's 7 Chucky movies. 3 of them Child's Play, and the other 4 are just Chucky movies, right? Because obviously, because of licensing issues, you couldn't. Don Mancini, the creator or the original writer of Chucky, or of Child's Play, can't use Child's Play,
right? Because
of the fact that that's MGM owns that, so they can't use it anymore,
right?
But with that being said, that he's taken the character and continue it and kept everyone who that's one thing I like about. That's one thing I love about Don Mancini, man. If you rock with him, he fucking takes care of you. You will have a job if you are with Don Mancini.
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
man employs everyone. Brad Dourif has been worked with this man since the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
Brad Dourif was a grown-ass man. Don Mancini was like early 20s, writing that shit, and they are still working together.
Right.
Him, David Kirshner, and the one of the dudes who is I'm gonna fucking kick myself. I'll be coming back to saying who it is, but it's one of the designers of Chucky, the original designer of Chucky.
Yeah.
He went away for a couple of movies and then came back for the last two, which was dope to me. So, or came back for, I know he came back for Colt. But that being said, it's just uber popular, man. Like, just people know about the doll. And that's one thing about being a villain and being in the Hall of Fame for us. It's definitely, for me, when I look at it, it's definitely all about how popular, how it stands the test of time when you're a character, right? You can have good movies, you can have not so good movies. You can have complete and utter dog shit, or you can have shit that people really fucking enjoy.
Yeah.
And that shit stands the test of time and it keeps going, right?
And going.
Like Jose, like when you think of that and you think of the popularity and the craziness of it, like how do you feel about like where it's gone and like from how we grew up watching it to like seeing how it's blossomed today?
Yeah, no, because it's growing up, Chucky was a thing. You know, it was a solid slasher. And then it came back. It took a break. It's crazy how Chucky's taken a break multiple times.
Yes,
and still,
one of the rarest things of like, and I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But one of the rarest things about this movie, the breaks it took, damn near fucking from like, I know at one point it took a 7-year hiatus, then a fucking decade.
Yep.
Damn near. And still came back and it's fucking relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's rare. Right? And that's like, that is some iconic shit because some people can't even do that. Jeepers Creepers is trying to do that same shit and it's not hidden.
No, yeah, you're right. 100%.
It's like no one's checking for that. Now also that particular franchise has its own fucking skeletons.
One big fucking dark cloud over there.
Like one big ass dark cloud and you know you try to fucking revamp that and that's going to be difficult, but still.
Right.
We will cover that down the road. But anyway, like it's just and continue. It's just like how seeing it how it is now, taking the hiatuses and it continuing and continuation of the character and of the series is phenomenal to kind of see because it's rare these days, right?
Yeah, no, it's very rare because normally, because you look at let's not use Jason as an example. Let's just use Freddy as an example.
Yeah,
he's gone on hiatus and still hasn't came back.
No,
they just it's crazy. But then again, it also fucking it's just what's that word called? Not a tribute. It's
homage,
praising Mancini.
Yeah.
For there's one single vision and he's kept.
Dude,
that's the thing.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
This man has had ideas since the first movie, and when the studio or writer or whomever directors, I want to say it's studio.
Credit to Mancini. That's what.
Credit to Mancini.
Goddamn, yeah.
Credit to Mancini. Like the writers and not the writers, not because he was mostly the writer, but like the studios and heads and everything will say, yeah, we can't use these ideas. He fucking brought those ideas back for his fucking movies.
Yeah.
That he directed. Which is insane because that shows that continuity that he wants to keep. And this is a man who wrote these movies and now he's directing them and now he has a TV show that is really fucking surprising that he's like, I still fuck with my original continuity.
Yeah.
So we're going to keep that. You don't see that a lot of days either because he had a chance to reboot this entire fucking series. He did not.
Right.
He lumped all that shit in, old with the new, and it fucking works, you know? And when you think of Chucky as a fucking character, man, it's just like you look at him, it's just a fucking doll. What's creepier than a fucking doll coming to life?
Yeah, fucking creepy plastic porcelain looking doll.
Yep.
Nope.
With a serial killer gets in a doll and runs around fucking killing people, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a special type of mind to think of something fucked up like that because kids had dolls. Like, especially in the 80s, man. I had a fucking My Buddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, granted, My Buddy was black. I ain't had to worry about that. But at the same time, if I fucking was in that same situation, and my fucking Teddy Ruxpin came to life and holding a fucking knife, I'd never go near. I wouldn't fuck with bears, like ever.
You shouldn't fuck with bears anyway, Shag.
I mean, still though, they're fucking adorable. But Teddy Ruxpin coming at me with some sharp teeth and a fucking butcher knife, I'm pissing and shitting my ass out of the house. Like, it's bad. Like, I'm not, no, absolutely not, right?
Paddington would have had your back, though.
Paddington would have fucking had the gat.
Oh, shit, he's packing heat.
Exactly. Fucking hitting that motherfucker with a musket.
Oh, shit, damn.
But no, it's really, if you think about it, it's fucking creepy, right? Like, you would have these fucking dolls, and we've all known, especially we as 80s babies, we've definitely seen that shit. Like, we've seen like family or friends who's had like a similar looking fucking doll, and we all fucking stared at it for about like a good 5 minutes, going like, yo, that fucker moved. Yo, take this doll out this fucking room, man. I don't want to fucking be nowhere near it. I don't want to fucking... This movie, at least the earliest days of these fucking movies, scared the shit out of you because these things could actually... Like, I can't say they could actually happen, but you definitely didn't want a fucking doll in your house after that.
No.
Absolutely not.
No, sir.
Absolutely not, man. You know, and normally when we do things like this, we would do a tale of the tape. But
Tale of the tape.
We did already cover the first Child's Play movie, which you can go back and listen to.
Yes, we did.
And cover that. This is mostly going to be us praising Chucky and the stuff that we like and dislike about it, about him or the series. And we also are going to continue to rank where we think about the movies.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that too, as we normally do, as we introduce Chucky into the Hall of Fame. Now, obviously, your biggest memory from these, man. Can you got one you want to share? I got a couple, but I want you to go first because I talk.
Seeing 2 and 3 in theaters is pretty cool.
Of course, you saw them in fucking theaters.
Well, I don't know about 2. I'll take that back. I know for a fact I've seen 3.
Okay.
2, because what year did 2 come out? I might have still been too young to go to movie theater.
I want to say 2 came out in like
89? No, it wasn't 90s yet.
No, that was 3.
Yeah, 3 was 91. So I know I definitely saw that in theaters.
Child's Play 2 probably came out, I want to say 8. You probably are right with 89.
I remember renting that from like Blockbuster though.
No, it came out in 90.
Oh, did it come out in 90? Oh,
I
shit.
knew I wasn't fucking crazy. I was like, it came out in 90.
But yeah, that just the finale. We'll get to it later. The finale of that movie is just
Chef's
my God. Fucking kiss.
Yes.
That and just how fucking iconic Chucky. You know what? I think we had an argument earlier, not really an argument, but a debate earlier about it. And I see your point.
Yeah.
Because that era of Chucky was fucking everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I have many memories of that. He was on MTV.
Yep.
Motherfucker popped up in WCW like we were talking about.
Yep.
And but all those random memories, even though those movies weren't exactly all that. Well, yeah.
Well, after the first 2.
Yeah. First 2 are great. I'll fucking
first 2, yeah. Those are I will sit back and watch. Those age like a fine fucking wine.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
But I mean, you got anything else? You got any more stories?
No, that's just basically it. Just fucking Chucky was everywhere for a good minute.
Yeah.
And those are basically like best memories and watching that shit.
Yeah. Oh man. So so here's some stories I'll tell you. Remember the time I told you I was scared of the TriStar horse and like the fucking Tales from the Crypt music and shit? Mm-hmm. So this fucker also added to the list of shit that scared young Shag at a young age because I saw that and it was just the creepiest fucking thing. Like, you know what it was? You know how we talk about how we loved the VCR box art growing up, right? Home video box art.
Yes.
I remember seeing the Child's Play 2 box art where Chucky was standing behind the Jack-in-the-Box and he was getting ready to cut it with like some bloodied scissors.
Yeah.
Standing behind it and it says Child's Play 2, and I'm just like, that freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, no, creepy as fuck box art. You're right. 100%.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fucking freaked me the fuck out. The first box art I can vaguely remember because I don't think it was his face, but I also think that box art might have been changed over the years.
Was it just not him with a knife?
I think it was him with a knife with the burnt cigarette burn or some shit on the side.
Some shit like that.
And he's got like a knife and he's holding it up. And then I know later down the road, I want to say probably the DVD era, it was Andy's house and it was Chucky in the background, like it was Chucky, like almost like in a cloud background, and like it was the same looking face without the knife, but it was like that in a little background and everything. But no, the fucking box art creeped me the fuck out, right? And I was petrified, bro. Like these movies, this was one of those things that didn't come on HBO a lot, but this definitely came on like USA and TNT fuck ton
100%.
back in the day, right? And I would do everything in my power to avoid it because that shit gave me nightmares. And speaking of which, are you bringing up Child's Play 2? That was the one that sealed the deal for me that I would not keep a doll in my house. I didn't want action figures. If you could fucking move or talk or anything, I didn't want that bitch in my house at all. Like, I didn't know. Absolutely fuck not, right? It was a scene in Child's Play 2 that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. And you know what it was? It was the climax. When we're in the fucking dollhouse, and it was, not the dollhouse, you're in the warehouse, and you see nothing but those fucking dolls, and I freaked the absolute fuck out. Like, I was fucking, like, I was terrified. Like, I didn't scream or anything, but I was kind of frozen in fear. I was like, oh my God, 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 oh my God. I think that was fucking my first bit of anxiety.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm like, you don't know where he's at. Oh my God, it could be a lot of them. It could be more than one. My little brain couldn't fucking process that shit.
Exactly.
So, and you know what's funny about that? It was both of these times that Child's Play 2 came up. It was in my grandmother's house. The first time I saw that scene was in my grandmother's house. Fucking frozen in fear. Just terrified, right? Years later, that same movie came on, and I just decided to sit down and watch it, right? I was like, fuck it. I'm no bitch. I'm going to power up. I'm going to fucking watch this movie and just hope I made the right decision.
Hope for the fucking best.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. And I got to tell you, like, I enjoyed it because getting through it, like, it still creeped me the fuck out. The warehouse scene still creeped me the ever-loving fuck out. Like, period, point blank. Still probably one of the scariest things I had to deal with as a child. But when I finished the movie, I'm like, oh, okay, this wasn't bad. You know, like, this is when I was like, okay. And then Child's Play 3 came out, and I just thought that was the funniest fucking thing ever. Yeah. Like, I just thought it was hilarious. And it was, like, unintentionally funny. Right? And, like, I'm supposed to be scared of. That's when I realized I'm not afraid of the doll. I'm not even afraid of the man. It's just that's what it is. It just became like a joke. Not like a necessarily bad joke, but just another joke of a character. And that's kind of when the character took a decline, but that's also when it took its break, right? And that's just my experience. I've never actually remember watching Child's Play 1 as a kid. I don't remember. I remember some scenes from Child's Play 1, but I never watched Child's Play 1 as a kid. It was 2 that freaked me right the fuck out, right? I wanted, like I said, from the box art to everything else, definitely fucking freaked me out with everything. Like, I'm just amazed on how fucking bitch-made I was when I saw that little fucking 3-foot-ass doll run the fuck around. Holy shit, man. Man, like... Oof.
It's like, nope.
Hey, dude, you would walk down the horror aisle, or just, for me, it was like, for me to get to, like, the cartoons and shit, even the wrestling videos, I had to get past the horror aisle.
Oh, yeah.
And me and my sister, like, my sister would go out, and I would just dare her to go down the horror aisle, and she was like, I'm not doing that. And I'm like, yeah, just because you have a brain. My dumb ass, I don't. I have a problem, and I would just walk down the horror aisle, and it was funny as fuck because I would walk fast, so I didn't see anything kind of like to scare me. But I was like, I walked the horror aisle. I'm brave, yeah. And just sitting there going like, yeah, but you could have slowed down and looked at those fucking look at those. Think about it. If Young Shag would have saw Chopping Mall, a Shopping Mall box art, I think he would have fucking had like his favorite movie at that point.
Yeah, that shit's hilarious because fucking a lot of times I'm like, hey, I gotta rent a Godzilla movie. Oh, the sci-fi is right across from the horror. Yep. So there's this fucking anxiety, this dread. Like, don't turn around, Jose. Don't turn around.
Nope.
Grab your Godzilla movie. And then some little mom and pops video stores would just, hey, sci-fi and horrors together.
Oof.
Good luck, because what's after GH? It's like, here's
H.
Hellraiser. Like, here's Pinhead just looking at me.
Like just staring at you.
Like, fuck.
What a time we're going to be having.
Exactly.
Or some crazy shit like that. Yeah, it's like, dude, I would see those box arts and just freak the fuck out.
VHS box arts are undefeated, man.
They were. I fucking miss them, dude. Like, man. But like, dude, they would freak me right the fuck out, bro. I shit you not, man. And Child's Play was still to this day, Child's Play 2, still to this day, the scariest fucking box art for me. And it's not, am I terrified now? No, I'm fucking numb, right?
Right.
I got bills scarier than that. But that one just etched a fucking memory into my brain of like, yo, that's fucking terrifying, right? Only because I'm like, it's toys. Why is this toy about to kill another toy? I thought they were friends.
Right.
No,
they are not.
Sadly, they are not, right? That's one of my favorite early memories. Before we get into like the rankings and shit and talking about like Chucky, the actual character, what do you remember? Like, what's your favorite Child's Play or Chucky movie? Period.
Chucky, like all of them?
Not all of them.
That's the original.
The original?
Even though part 2 kind of does hold a big spot in my heart.
Same. I think we're the same. Too.
Yeah, but I think because part 1 is just a great movie.
Part 1 is still fucking amazing, right?
Yeah.
I have a date with a 6-year-old boy.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Charles, no.
Context. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just context. No. For the longest time, it was 3 for me.
Oh, wow.
Because
that's the one that was on.
That was the one I was like. That was the one that was on all the time, and I was like, "Oh shit, Child's Play 3," and I would watch that one, right? I think Child's Play 3 still to me had like the best like opening when it was like reconstructing.
Oh yeah,
Chucky and he fucking screams like he's been brought back to life and shit. Like, but 3 at one point was my favorite movie. I'm still gonna go ahead and say 2. 1's still fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm saying 2's probably my favorite. However, 1 is subpar the best one.
Oh, yeah.
And that's probably a spoiler for later, but that's definitely it. I flop between 2 and 3. 2 being the one that literally scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
And the other one, and 3 being the one that kind of, oh, this ain't so bad.
Right.
Type of shit, right? Now, granted, watching these on USA kind of helped.
Yeah.
But that's how I felt. And then, obviously, I didn't get into the other Chucky movies, obviously, until I fucking... And then, Bride of Chucky fucking came out.
Yeah.
And just
was a thing.
Took the fucking teeny boppers and young folks by storm.
The good old post-Scream era.
Man, oh man, oh man. Sheesh. Like... I'm trying to think. What was it about that? Not Jennifer Tilly's titty. I mean, yeah, it was her boobs.
Yabos.
The yabos. Shouts out to Straight Chillin'.
Yep.
But I know I was right because Bride of Chucky came out in 2003.
Did it?
I'm looking it up now, but I know it came out like mad late.
Wasn't it like 99?
Might have been 99, 2000. Like I gotta look it up. I thought it was 1998.
Oh shit! There you go. See, I thought it was something like that.
1990.
Shag was like, Shag saw Jennifer Tilly was like, contains the calamity that is your memories.
Does it contain the calamity that is your memories? Why do I repeat everything you say like a fucking parrot?
Because it's fun, dude.
It is. Okay, so I know we're going to rank these movies, and I know we can talk about Bride of Chucky, but I figured we were going to go ahead and we'll talk about those movies when we rank them.
Yeah.
Let's go about how do you feel about Chucky as a character, and also how do you feel about Brad Dourif?
The actor or him as Chucky? Chucky's dope. He's iconic as fuck.
Yeah.
He's earned his spot.
Mm-hmm.
And he should be brought up more, maybe.
He's got a
the
research.
slasher Mount
He
Rushmore
has
because I feel like
Go ahead.
I guess I feel like because Texas Chainsaw Massacre is like a legit like the first one.
Yeah.
It's like a legit amazing movie.
Yes.
Like it's considered like art. You know what I'm saying? I guess that's why he gets kind of left alone. I don't know. It's a weird thing. Like I feel like he doesn't command the respect he should get.
Yeah, and it's crazy because when people think Chucky, they think of a more modern.
Yeah, because I'm like, is it because he's a doll?
Probably.
Because you have these four giants. Well, Freddy's just a fucking night demon.
Yeah.
A sleep demon, dream demon. Yeah.
Dream demon.
And Leatherface, Michael Myers. And,
All fucking
and Jason. All big strong boys.
Yeah.
So is that why he kind of gets looked over? I guess.
I mean, you would think, but he's also the one who, if you want to be real with it, outside of removing Freddy and keeping the big strong boys, we actually seen those dudes grow up. Probably not Leatherface too much, but Leatherface is also a special case, right?
Yeah.
Leatherface is by his environment.
No, yeah.
To me, I've always said Leatherface. To me, I've always had in my heart Leatherface is not really evil. It's just he's a product of his environment.
Right.
Right. That boy, as one great man once say, that boy ain't right. But removing him, Charles Lee Ray was an actual fucking serial killer.
Yeah, no.
Like literally a serial killer who used voodoo powers to get put in a fucking doll, which his manly side strength, his man side, he has the strength of a man in a tiny doll body.
Yeah.
So,
because we always say, can't we just punt this motherfucker? Like,
I mean, you could, because before they changed the lore and shit.
Yeah.
Like before, if you became like human, it's just like kicking him. It'd be kicking like a small person. Like it's still gonna hurt, but yeah, you should be able to boot that motherfucker, right? But before the transition happens, and when you're still fluffing shit on the inside, then yeah, boot that motherfucker, right?
Yeah, just gone to the moon.
He's still strong enough, but like at the same time, like okay, it doesn't work that way. Boop, wee.
Yeah,
kick that motherfucker out the window. I mean, he might be still alive, but he wouldn't be in your hair. You got time to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, or fucking fortify yourself, or
yep. Like he gonna try to get in.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Exactly, but he gotta fucking get up to your shit to get in. And then if his apartment, you got one way in. He's got unless he's gonna climb some shit. You know what I'm saying? But
I guess his size makes him more dangerous too.
Yeah, yeah. Because think about it, it's just a small person. Sneak around. It's literally a small person. And I feel the same way about Chucky. He's one of the original things outside. Him and Freddy were the first two fucking things. Freddy, the Crypt Keeper, and him were the first three things in my life that legitimately scared the fuck out of me. I'm not counting the fucking TriStar horse because that's not a fucking character. That is just that is a fucking marketing tool that scared young Shag. We're gonna put that away. But those three villains are the ones that scared me when I was young and had a bigger impact on my life. Even though I have like some Jason shit around,
yeah,
Freddy's still kind of one of my favorite fucking dudes. Hell, the fucking artwork for fucking our spooky season shit is me dressed as Freddy fucking Krueger. Shouts out to Average Joe Art.
Yeah.
But honest to God, man, when I think Chucky, you're right. To me, I feel as though he doesn't get the respect he deserves when it comes to slasher kings. However, the resurgence he's had, the other three would be insanely jealous to get. Like those three franchises would love to get the popularity that fucking Chucky has. Halloween is the only one that comes close.
Right. No, yeah.
Because they're still going, but it's not as popular as a Chucky franchise, as a movie.
Right.
Like as the Chucky franchise. You would think it would be, but realistically, people fucking love that doll, right?
Yeah.
Very fucking iconic. Down to the fucking butcher, the butcher knife he carries, to the fucking, which is crazy to me because I always like they call him the fucking strangler, and he like doesn't choke a lot of people in the movies.
No.
He's only like, I think he chokes people, but it's rare.
Yeah.
It's
like
super rare.
It's always a stab or a beat with a blunt object.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like stab, cut, not choke.
Yeah, but no choking really.
And it's funny, like when you see it, it's like, oh, he's actually doing the thing that he actually was a serial killer for. Like, okay, I get it.
Hey, boy.
Like, why does he not do this anymore? Does he like? I'm guessing he just likes dismembering. But anyway, super fucking iconic. I think you definitely bring up a good point that I wanted to continue to hammer home. I feel as though he doesn't get a lot of respect, right, in the slasher genre. Because what genre do you put him in?
It'd have to be a slasher. Well,
We would put him in slasher, but on the outside looking in, what would you put him in?
The horror?
Yeah.
You think you'd have to do a slasher?
Mm-hmm.
Even though the last movies kind of got weird?
Last movies.
By weird, like, not saying bad weird.
No,
but
last
just,
movies are definitely more slashery than what the fuck we got in the middle.
Yeah.
But he'd be in the horror comedy.
Yeah, I think so.
He'd be horror comedy. Like, you would think if this is like, while you think of Shaun of the Dead is a fucking zombie movie, it still is horror comedy.
I think maybe now, yeah, well.
Not now. He's definitely not a horror comedy now.
Man, I guess you're right, because he didn't start horror comedy either, though.
No. Child's Play 1 and 2 were straight fucking, like, scary fucking shit.
But 3 wasn't comedy yet, but he was starting to.
It was go back and watch 3, dude.
Because the one-liners were hidden.
Yeah, it was just way more.
Him and he was like
hamming
really
it up.
getting sarcastic.
He was hamming it up. When he fucking got the dude, and Buddy died from a heart attack.
He was like, "Are you fucking shitting me?"
And he was like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me!" And just dude kills over. It's just more like that,
motherfucker. And he was like, "Well, shit."
Like, well, fuck, man. Are you serious? Like, but like at the same time, dude, it's just like he's definitely in their horror comedy category, because of the movies that came before, like the 3 movies that came in the center of that. However, real talk, man. Like, you're absolutely right. I think that he doesn't get the respect that he deserves, and I believe he's going to be one of the iconic horror villains when it's all said and done, especially if the show keeps doing what it's doing.
Yeah.
Which I will gladly tackle. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and tackle this shit for you.
Okay.
You don't watch the show. I'm not going to spoil the show for people who haven't watched it but are interested, but pretty much the show takes place, I believe, a year or 2 after Cult of Chucky. I think it's a year. It's a year after Cult of Chucky. And the original characters still are in this. Brad Dourif is still voicing Chucky and Charles Lee Ray. His daughter is back playing Nika, who was introduced in Curse of Chucky, also Cult. But now she's in this one, and she's in this now. Obviously, the lovely Jennifer Tilly is still playing Tiffany, but she's not just the doll. She's also fucking Jennifer Tilly as Jennifer Tilly. Tiffany as Jennifer Tilly, playing Jennifer Tilly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's doing one of those things. And then, but they also introduce Andy Barkley, the original actor.
Yeah.
That played Andy Barkley, is back playing Andy. Alex Vincent is playing that. And then you got Christine Elise as Kyle, reprising her role.
Yeah.
30 fucking years, man. Back playing a fucking character from 30 fucking years ago. Come on, man. Not a lot of fucking directors are getting people to do that. Unless you're fucking Scorsese.
Right.
Scorsese or fucking
Tarantino?
Tarantino, Scorsese, and the buddy who did Inception.
Oh, Christopher
Nolan. He has a group of people that fucking always does movies with, right? And Brad Dourif has that same shit too. He's got those kids. He's got these people when they were fucking kids, man.
Yeah.
And they are back doing this for real. That's fucking great. The show pretty much just takes back, I think, back in New Jersey, where Charles Lee Ray is from, and it's pretty much everything Mancini wanted to do originally with the original movies that he couldn't do, so now he's doing them. For instance, we are now getting multiple fucking Chuckies. The one thing that he wanted to introduce in 2 Actually, now he has an army of fucking Chuckies because Chucky learned how to put his soul in so many different fucking dolls now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that, and then like they still keep the voodoo ritual shit, but it's fleshed out more, right? It's like he's like, hey, it's voodoo, but it's not really voodoo. We're gonna do something else, and it's because he kept that. He's like, we can't fucking avoid it,
Right.
but we also need to retry because I don't think it's none of this right. Mancini really didn't care for the voodoo shit as much. But he's got it now. So the show stars like 3 kids, who are being not just hunted by Chucky, but like one doll, like one of the kids buys Chucky a Chucky doll buys a good guy doll from a yard sale, and he tries to take it apart for art. But then it's Chucky bringing himself to life, and then him just causing all kinds of shenanigans.
Yeah.
Like murder is ensued, boy. So even Devin Sawa gets murdered fucking twice.
Nice.
So it's fucking great. I highly recommend people who listen to this show who haven't seen it, go ahead and watch because it's only 7, 8 episodes. Watch those episodes and enjoy. Especially if you're a fan of Chucky, unless you're Bob, where you're just like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not doing that. But I highly recommend to because it's actually pretty fun. And like I said, and like we said earlier, once it starts playing after a certain time, it just gets unedited.
Yeah.
And Chucky does say fuck.
Nice.
He can't say it all. He can't say it all the time. It was funny as hell because I remember they actually recorded that and had him say it's in my contract to say fuck at least once in each episode, but I cannot say it more than that.
Yeah.
It's the funniest thing because I'm like, damn, that's great. That's funny. Like I didn't know it was like, yeah, it's cool. It's kind of cool to see.
He's like, I gotta say it, man.
No, it was funny. I think it came from the Chucky Twitter account, and Brad Dourif got into character and just say, yeah, it's in my contract where I can just say this. So, but I only can say it like once every other. I can only say it once every other time. So
Nice.
It was dope. It was very dope. I like the passion that Don Mancini has put into this character for so long, and to see it fleshed out, to see how he wanted to see his creation played out, it's a beautiful fucking thing. That being said, Chucky fucking scared the shit out of me, and the fact of the matter is, these movies, especially the first 2, mean a lot to me in the grand scheme of things because it helped me get brave around horror and make me appreciate certain shit, right?
Yeah.
That being said about those other movies, oof.
Big oof.
Oof. The biggest of oofs. And then obviously, high key, one thing I will say this, Brad Dourif, Chucky, as we have seen, because there are 2 versions of Chucky, which is, we have Brad Dourif, Charles Lee Ray, but we also have the Chucky doll, who's the Buddy doll, who was in the Child's Play remake or reboot.
Yeah.
Let's just call it remake because I don't think it's getting rebooted.
No.
That movie was fine.
Yeah.
I wanted to hate it. It was fine, but this goes to show me that as great as a voice actor as Mark Hamill is, you can never take away what Brad Dourif brought to this fucking character in Charles Lee Ray, a.k.a. Chucky the Murdering Doll, because that is his fucking character.
Right.
That's him. I can't hear or see anybody else being Chucky outside of Brad. Maybe his daughter.
Right.
And even then, that's a fucking stretch.
Wait, what? He was Chucky, right, in the remake?
Who that?
No, I'm just saying he was still called Chucky, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, I was making
It
sure.
was instead of a good guy doll, it was a buddy doll.
There you go. That's what's confusing me.
Buddi.
He was
And
supposed to say, "I'm Buddy."
yeah, he's like,
But
I'm
then,
Buddy,
yeah.
but then like they all have you go to name them, and the kid who's like the kid is like, yo, he wants to call him like Han Solo, just because of an inside joke. He's
Yeah.
like Chucky. He's like, no, that's not all what I said, and it was broke.
Yeah.
The shit was broke. So like the doll was broke. So like I said, it's a fine movie. We won't be covering that here.
No.
We won't be covering that here because this is all about Charles Lee Ray.
Yes.
And Charles Lee Ray is obviously with the Child's Play series and the Chucky series. So, Jose, I guess we can go ahead and start our countdown.
Let's start the countdown.
Rank these movies. Coming in at number
Oh,
7.
but I think before we do,
Oh,
Shag,
hell yeah. It's been too long. Let's fucking do it.
Let's go.
My
It is
mic or
time,
yours?
baby. Whatever.
Fuck it.
There we go.
Perfecto.
Take a swig.
All right. Coming in at number 7. Now, before I go off any further, for those who are newer to the show, we in our Hall of Fame episodes, it's kind of like a what's that word I'm looking for? It is
A
retrospective of the movies and the character itself.
Oh yeah.
If they have multiple movies, we like to rate them and put them in order. Now, sometimes it'll be my list versus Jose's list.
Yeah.
Or if we pretty much have the same opinion, it's the definitive Cinema Villains version list
Right.
of our favorite movies, of the movies in order of ranking. And I want to say pretty much this is kind of a list, and we'll talk about one of the other ones, but I want to say this is pretty much the Cinema Villains standardized, and I'm just throwing more words into this,
Yeah.
is the Cinema Villains definitive ranking for Chucky and the Child's Play movies.
Yep.
Right? Coming in, and it's only 7 movies, and we're going to briefly talk about them and what we felt about them, and then go from there. But coming in at number 7, coming in hot.
Number 7.
Coming in at 7, it is going to be
Shag.
2004's
Okay, there we go.
Seed of Chucky.
Yeah, this movie is fucking cheeks.
Yeah, man, this movie was not good.
No.
This movie was not good at all, bro. Like, I shit you not. I mean, we got Glenn and Glenda.
I was about to say the only thing I could take out of this movie and that you would need for fucking canon reasons is Glenn and Glenda,
Yeah.
which is the aforementioned Seed of Chucky.
Yes. Gender fluid.
Gender fluid. Yep.
Which I will touch on a little bit later. Seed's the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah.
Just when you thought it couldn't get no worse than 3 or something like that, it's literally the redheaded stepchild, right? Because, I mean, fuck, man, Red Man was in this movie, and I love Red Man, and I couldn't get excited for it.
Yeah.
Like, this movie was so campy, so cheesy, and like even Don Mancini is just like, yeah, not a lot of fans like this one. You know, he knew, right?
Yeah.
He said between that one and 3, he's like, eh. But C just, I try to think of the redeeming qualities of this, and if it ain't the chemistry between Brad Dourif and Jennifer Tilly as Chucky and Tiffany, respectively, and then introducing Glenda, or Glenn and Glenda.
Yeah, Glenda.
Thank you, Glenn/Glenda. It's man, like, miss me with this, right?
Yeah, no, you honestly don't have to watch this movie.
No.
Like, I would gladly say skip it. Like, if you want to start going through all of them, if you're a new fan or you want to become a new fan of the Chucky series,
Yep.
I would honestly say skip this one. Watch like a recap. Watch like the Dead Meat recap.
Yep.
Watch something else.
Yep. Like, you want to formulate your own opinion.
That is true. I understand.
You want to formulate your own opinion, and you can watch this, because I believe if not all of the Chucky movies are streaming on Peacock.
On Peacock, yeah.
But it's just ugh.
It's one of those. It's fucking rough, dude.
It's not a good time.
It's
man.
like borderline unwatchable. That's what we're trying to tell you. Like,
it's literally not a good time.
No.
Like, I kid you not. Like, I'm sitting here. Ooh, excuse me. I think the alcohol's coming back up. But
I said, hey.
I can't. I can't think of like one thing I have actually liked about the movie, and I'm even trying to think of the deaths, and like, I can't.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to think.
What does it? Wow. Yeah, because you try to think of a memorable, like, this movie's forgettable as fuck. Like, I have to, like, somehow remind myself what happens in the movie before we start talking about it.
Bro,
'Cause I'm just like,
I remember Redman getting his like shit
Yeah,
split
I'm
open,
about to say, yeah.
and like he gets castrated, and I believe his guts and shit just fall out too.
yeah.
Because
And I just remember the ending, just because it has one of those, I don't want to say a jump scare ending, but it has one of those,
it kind of is.
like, hey,
Yeah, it's like it's Chucky's arm. Oh, by the way, spoiler alert.
Yeah, Chucky's arm, he gets, what, exploded, don't he?
No, he
What happens? No, I can't remember.
nah, Glenn / Glenda fucking chops this motherfucker up with an axe.
Oh, okay, there you go. And then, surprise,
It's an arm, and
the
then
arm pops up of a fucking,
it comes out like you see the arm in the box. He's like, "What the hell?" And then
yeah,
Glenn starts fucking twitching, and then the arm just fucking attacks him.
yeah,
You know what? The redeeming quality of this shit,
yeah.
the fucking Glenn pissing his pants at the sight of a dead body or something, at the sight of like a murder or something.
Yeah.
Like he would fucking have I know he would have these dreams. I know the movie opens up with back in the old POV view of him of the doll running up the stairs and just like killing folks, kills the parents, and then the little girl who is Glenn, who's Glenn / Glenda. I think he's Glenn or Shitface.
Yeah.
At that point, and he goes to kill the little girl, but the girl is like, in a British accent, you're pissing your pants, and he fucking wakes up as a dream.
Right.
Like that's the only thing I kind of remember this movie, because I don't even think that I don't think I really care for the kills either, except for the one dude who got killed with the fucking sulfuric acid smashed on his face, and that
That's
was
right.
Glenn, who fucking end up getting the kill.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking tortured, and Chucky's like, yo, you fucking killed him like a pro, man. And they took a family photo. That's the only other thing that I got. Like all three of them were just really good at was their chemistry. Glenn / Glenda, Tiffany, and Chucky, all three together as a family. That was really good. I hope to see Glenda or Glenn / Glenda in the TV show, in the TV series, but time will tell. I know they fucking mentioned it, because there was an episode where Chucky's talking to one of the kids in the movie, one of the kids in the movie, but one of the main kids in the TV show, and he's telling him, because the kid's afraid of being found out that he's coming out as gay.
Yeah.
Or people assume he's gay, and he's like, well, maybe I am, but he doesn't want that on his. He doesn't want to go with the pressure of going through that. And Chucky's looking at him like, it's cool, man. I got a kid too. He's like, what? Yeah. He's like, yeah.
He's like, yeah.
He's like, I got a queer.
Fluid.
He's like, I got a queer kid. He's like, what? He's like, and dude is like, wait, what? You do? He's like, yeah, gender fluid. And it's like, it's a nice little touch.
Yeah.
Like, nice little callback.
Like, I'm not a monster.
Look, I'm not a monster, man. I'm a murderer, but I'm not a monster. And it's just, that was a nice touch. That was a nice touch.
Shout out to Chucky, LGBTQ ally.
Yes, exactly.
Chucky's like, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm not even. I was like, not every killer is like this.
Yes, exactly.
Like only Chucky is an ally and just all that. But it was cool to see. But yeah, Seed was one of those movies that I can't. If it's on, I'm like, I gotta find something else.
Yeah.
Well, now even with my shit now, I'm just like, I see it, I'm like, oh no, and I'll go watch something else. I can't. It's not gonna be included in my marathons.
There you go.
I would just skip that and just go to something else.
You're like, nope, no, thank you.
Nah,
You're like,
no thanks.
I don't think I will.
Exactly. I'm good on that. All right, and this is where we come at an impasse, but honest to God, Jose.
So this is our only impasse, I guess.
Yeah, and even then, I'm gonna ask you, Jose, what was so coming in at 6? What are you going with?
I had Bride.
You put Bride there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna keep Bride there, or are you gonna switch it?
Shit.
Like based on what we've talked about and what we looked at.
Yeah, based on what we watched and what we looked at and how we talked about it. Man, I don't know, man, because these are like this spot. These two movies are interchangeable as fuck.
Yeah, you know what? I can't even be mad at you for that.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when we did this list and you saw the scribble,
yeah,
I literally had those two and I flopped them because I just thought of the kills. which one had the better kills,
Right.
which one captured my attention more, right? And it's crazy because at 6, I put Child's Play 3 there, and you put Bride there.
Yeah.
And both of those, like I said, are very interchangeable. So
Did you say Child's Play 6?
I said Child's Play 3.
Okay. I was like, wait,
I said
what?
Child's Play 3 at 6.
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, I said at 6, I'm putting Child's Play 3, and then you put Bride at 6.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here going like, I don't know if I'm. It's like I don't know, man. I like depending on the day, I may fancy Child's Play 3, and like I said, it was my favorite fucking Child's Play movie.
Right.
My favorite. That's the funny thing. Child's Play 3 was my favorite fucking movie for a fucking long time, and then I just rewatched 2. I'm like, no, this is amazing, and Bride's not. Both movies are enjoyable mid.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Both movies are enjoyable mid. However,
Both have things going for each other.
yeah,
that are better
both of
than-
them both of them have quotes that I fucking enjoy. Both of them are cringy as shit in certain aspects, but these are both interchangeable. So you know what, 6 and 5, coming into 6 and coming into 5, whatever you decide to do, it's either Bride. And
We could just
Child's
say they're
Play-
tied for 5.
Yeah, they're
There is
yeah,
no
they're-
6th place. They're
Yeah,
just
there's
both tied
just
for
like
5.
both tied, man. Because it's just definitely I feel you on that. Because like
Right.
I don't love these movies and I don't hate these movies.
Right.
Child's Play 3, like I said, and Child's Play 3 literally was above Bride for me at one point. But I'm like, after just probably watching Bride recently, I'm like, okay, I actually kind of fuck with Bride.
Yeah, and let's get the negatives out of the way first.
Yeah.
With part 3, it's just kind of boring.
It's bland.
Yeah, it's bland. It's
Coming
just like,
off of 2.
Exactly.
That's what I was trying to,
Coming
and
off
that's
of part 2.
and that is the reason why I had Bride above it,
Yeah.
because it took a hiatus.
And it just-
Child's Play 3. Sorry, folks.
No,
Child's
good.
Play 3 came out in
91.
1991, and then the Bride of Chucky came out
98.
in 98.
Yeah.
7 fucking years later, a 7-year hiatus, right? That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
This movie took
And
a
that-
fucking hiatus.
And that could be one of the things I guess I take as a negative too. Is like, okay, it took 7 years, but was Bride of Chucky really worth the wait? You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It's like, okay, we waited 7 years and we got this.
But you got to think about it. It's still one of the most popular fucking Chucky movies. That actually kicked, for a lot of people, that kicked off Chucky movies for them.
No, yeah, it was their first, like 100%. I feel that. And
Yeah.
then that Chucky is iconic.
That Chucky is
I
an
understand.
iconic
That's
Chucky.
like
That's
normally-
another reason why I put Bride above 3, because of how,
That
not just because of the kills,
Chucky design.
not
That's
just
what
because of
we
the
say.
kills, but mostly because of the fucking, how iconic that shit was. That shit had everyone in the chokehold. That shit was like, motherfuckers made that shit their personality trait. Be Chucky and Tiffany.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking remember that, dude. Like, it's crazy because Bride of Chucky came out like 98. And then Seed came out in 2004. You had another 5 year, well, hold on. About 6 years.
Yeah.
Another 6-year hiatus before we got another fucking Chucky movie.
Such weird fucking gaps.
It's because of how they did. You know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, like I said, I put Bride
Right.
above Chucky because of how iconic it is and because of what it's done for the character as a whole, and it's given us its most fucking iconic design with the fucking fucked up face.
With the-
like you were alluding to
Stitched
earlier.
up face.
What you were alluding to earlier with wrestling, that version of Chucky was on
Yeah.
WCW Nitro.
Uh-huh. Talking shit to the dog face gremlin himself.
Was
Rick
it Dollface or
Steiner.
was it Scott?
No, it was Rick.
Okay.
Scott would have cussed that motherfucker
Yeah,
out.
Scott would have just walked to the back and jacked that motherfucker up.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because like Bride is so influential when it came down to that. It breathed new life into the Chucky series. Like I said, that shit had shit in the chokehold. You couldn't go on a Hot Topic and not see anything Chucky related or
Yeah.
Tiffany for Christ's sakes, you know?
No,
So,
yeah, 100%.
it was one of those movies. It was just, and then you fucking had Living Dead Girl. Oh, the opening.
Rob Zombie, Soju's favorite, Rob Zombie, just
Yep.
on the soundtrack.
Dog, just like, and it just shows Tiffany showing Chucky back together, and then she's like inciting the chant, bringing him back, and then it's kind of what he was doing. Like, okay, and this one actually just retold everything because this one was the first Child's Play. This was the first Chucky movie not under the Child's Play moniker.
Yeah.
So it had to redo some retelling and everything. And
it
then
started the of Chucky series.
Yeah. Is the of Chucky's, and then you just had the other shit too. It was literally one of those things that just really just stuck around, and it's one of those things that's not as good as it should be.
Right.
But it's just super fucking iconic, right? The popularity with that. That being said, the plot in itself, so dumb.
Then those two characters, the characters in the movie are borderline unlikable / forgettable. You're just I don't care about y'all.
You just know it's Katherine Heigl and then some other dude.
Whereas part 3, you kind of care about Andy still,
because it's Andy,
even though it's a different actor.
It's a different actor, but it's Andy. It's a character that you know.
You care about his little nerdy friend and the chick he's in love with,
or the chick who was in love with him.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, there you go.
And he was like, "Oh shit, okay." And even Chucky was like, "Way to go, Andy."
Yeah.
But man, and that was Child's Play 3. But in Bride, we got, like I said, Bride just so influential. You got a fucking brand new character in Jennifer Tilly's Tiffany Valentine. That motherfucker's not going nowhere. Just again, that character had folks had women in the chokehold.
Yeah, it expanded the lore pretty good. Whereas
Definitely did.
Part 3 just was kind of spinning his wheels.
Yep, we ran out of ideas.
Yeah, so we're just Andy's grown up and now
Chucky goes to military school.
He's the protector.
Exactly. And it's just when you go back and look at Bride, it has a lot of good in it, but the bad shit is just loud.
Yes.
It's loud, right? It's the movie's still enjoyable, but it's just so fucking loud on how bad it is, right?
Yeah.
In certain areas. It's not the best Chucky movie by any means. However, it's just the one, it did just enough to revitalize the series, bring a fucking popular character back, and just reinvent him in his most glorious fucking look to this day, right? Yeah. When you see Chucky cosplays, it's literally the jagged face.
Stitched up one, yeah.
The stitched up face. And it's just the coolest shit ever to see that, right?
Yeah.
And then with Child's Play 3, to me, I like Child's Play 3.
Yeah.
Because of the quotables. Like I said, it was one of my favorite fucking movies for the longest.
Don't fuck with the Chuck.
That one and fucking when he's telling the fucking dude, he's like, "Yo, put Barkley on the phone." He's like, I said, "Who is this?" I said, "Put Barkley on the phone, you jarhead." Fucking thought that was the funniest shit to me. And then and then Chucky's gonna be a bro.
Yeah.
With the fucking fist up. I'm like, man, okay. And obviously that one with Child's Play 3 continues the Andy Barkley saga. But it's Andy, and this one obviously the movie takes place in 1991. No, wait.
The movie it takes place in 98.
The movie takes place in 98, but the movie came out in 91.
Yeah, it's like a 10-year time jump.
10-year time jump, and it's that's why we replaced Andy, and he's doing all this. And it's crazy to me because it's okay, we want to continue the Andy Barkley story. We're going to end the Andy Barkley story, and it just kind of ends on a fucking flop because the ending on that movie, by God. Now, I will say Child's Play 3, as much praise as I'm giving Bride, Child's Play 3 has probably the best fucking Chucky death.
Yeah.
Period. Point blank.
Just also a fun set piece.
Yes.
The carnival is pretty nice.
Even though what pissed me off about that is it's a carnival. That carnival has way too much money because there's no fucking way that the Devil's Lair.
Yeah, that ride right there
We've all been to carnivals. There's no fucking way that those carnies would take perfect fucking care.
Oh no,
of all that. Not just that, just the fucking that scythe that comes down.
Slices half his face off.
Slices half his face off. Think about how sharp that would have to be. That's not ride safe.
No.
Like, what if that fucking cut comes down and cuts a goddamn...
This was almost look at this giant fucking fan with no vent cover. Just
exactly. Just sitting there. That is a playpen of death.
Yeah.
For ongoers and children, right? But like we get Chucky tossed in there or shot in there, and he falls in there and he fucking gets made into chunky
slice the
soup.
fuck up.
It is just an explosion. It is a Mortal Kombat fatality.
100%.
like Andy heard this in his head. Finish him.
Fucking
And just,
Tiffany would have been there and be like, "Can we save him?" Like, you mean in Tupperware containers?
Exactly. Like, brother, that man is a soup.
Yeah.
Like, he is chili right now. Like, good Lord. Chili, no beans. Like,
Damn,
that
there
is
you go.
that is oof. Like, and it's crazy to me on how it's crazy to me on like how I remember that. Like that scene, I was like, yeah, fuck you, Chucky, and like, but then he just fucking explodes. But like, again, like the military school background, and it's like, hey, of course we got the like. It's one of those things. Like, hey, man, Full Metal Jacket was a thing. Like, don't remind me of a better movie.
Right.
Like, I don't need to be reminded of a better movie.
I understand, man. Mancini didn't want to do like a stereotypical high school movie.
No.
High school setting.
He didn't, and he was like, we were kind of in this, and it's one of those things. He's like, if he wanted to, he said if he wanted to do it again, he probably would. But like, it was one of those things. It's kind of like, going back in hindsight, probably not the smartest thing, but
Yeah. And I will say, shout out to Bride, even though Chucky's death is kind of meh. He just gets shot.
That death is still dope to me too.
The line.
Yeah,
he gets the most iconic line in that movie.
It's like, I'll be back. I always come back. Click, click. But dying is such a bitch.
Just boom, 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 boom.
This motherfucker gets shot, falls into his own fucking grave.
Yeah.
And then the casket closed. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought it was funny. It was funny as hell to me, but I thought it was kind of cool. Honest to God. I thought it was kind of the coolest fucking thing. Anything like the only thing negative about Bride, like that I didn't cover, was like I said. Well, you covered it. Just the characters outside of Chucky. It was the Chucky and Tiffany movie, and then everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, didn't care because there was not one likable character in the bunch.
Nah.
At all.
Absolutely forgettable.
Forgettable. Except for John Ritter.
Oh, rest in peace, buddy.
Yeah,
rest
like,
in peace.
other than him. But everything else about this, fucking terrible. Like, like, not terrible, but just like, it's mid.
Did you get a storage unit in the beginning of the movie with everyone's...
Yeah, but a thing, like,
props.
Yeah, with those, like, everyone's props. You got
get
Freddy's glove,
Michael Myers' mask,
Jason's mask, and the fucking chainsaw from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But here's the thing about that. I will give Don Mancini this. That was something he wanted to have, apparently, to start in 2.
Yeah.
Like, that was going to be the opening to part 2, but he didn't. But the studio denied it, and he said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna use it later." And kudos to him. That's another reason why I kind of like Bride 2, because Don Mancini that's like, I'm gonna do my shit my own way.
Yeah.
And all the ideas y'all say no to, I'm gonna fucking use them, and it worked. It fucking worked. No, it worked. But yeah, those two movies are interchangeable. Child's Play 3 still in my heart. It's probably still one of my favorite Child's Plays, even though I know it's a guilty pleasure for me. I would probably watch Child's Play 3 over Bride.
Yeah.
I know Bride's probably the better time.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think if both, like, you gave me the options, I'd probably pick 3.
Yeah.
Like, I'd have to be in a mood.
Yeah, to watch Bride.
Bride. That's the thing with me.
Yeah. Like, I'd have to be like, huh.
Like, part 3 is like, okay, I guess I'll leave it on.
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to watch dishes.
Whereas Bride, I'm like, I'm just going to put on YouTube.
Yeah, it's like, you wouldn't put it on, but like, if Bride was on, depending on what part we were on, I'm like, okay, I'll leave it here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Child's Play 3, I'm like, I'll put that on, but I'll probably put it on as background noise. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and just sit down and watch this because I don't need to be reminded on how bullshit this movie was.
Yeah.
Like, it is boring as shit. But let's go on to some not so boring.
Moving on.
Going to number 4. Now, this is actually where we all just kind of agreed, and we still kind of agree with the other one. That's why we said it's the Cinema Villains definitive list on where we rank the Child's Play movies or Chucky movies.
That's right.
Number 4, coming in hot. The Cult of Chucky.
Cult of Chucky.
2017's Cult of Chucky. The last Chucky movie we had was 2004's Seed of Chucky. But then this one also coming off of like a minor hiatus.
Yeah.
I'll tie into this in a little bit. Cult of Chucky was a sequel. Obviously a sequel movie continuing in the universe, but Cult of Chucky was a sequel to Curse of Chucky, which came out in 2013. And the Cult of Chucky came out in 2017, 4 more years down the road.
Yeah.
And I gotta tell you, man, I really enjoyed Cult. Cult, did you tell me? Actually, you know what? Did you like Cult of Chucky?
I didn't think it was bad. You know what I'm saying? It was okay.
It was all right.
Yeah.
So Cult of Chucky, actually, yeah, that one is like the new era Chucky.
Yeah.
Where it's Brad Dourif's daughter.
Yep.
Fiona.
Fiona.
Actually, let me make sure I'm not fucking her name up. It is. Yep, look at me knowing shit. Yeah. Fiona comes back. Fiona actually comes back after being in Curse of Chucky.
Yeah.
And it really shows like Don Mancini's had a plan this entire time. And he's like, the way that movie ended just ended on a cliffhanger because Chucky won.
Yeah.
Chucky legit won. Chucky finally, after 2 goddamn decades, finally fucking finishes that chant and gets into a fucking body.
Yep.
And it's a woman. Like, it's straight up a good time. I really enjoyed Cult of Chucky. And not because, like, it's told the story differently, but, like, there's actually likable characters in this.
No, yeah.
I definitely root for Fiona Dourif, and she loves what she does, and she gets to work with her dad.
Yeah.
Which is fucking dope. She, like, on top of that, she's a sympathetic character that I still follow, and I'm like, man, I hope the best for her. But, like, and the rest of it, you're still getting Brad Dourif as Chucky, but it's multiple fucking Chuckies.
Yep.
Because it's just like, you got, like, you got regular Chucky, you got fucking Buzzcut, and then you got fucking, the other Chuck, I forgot James A. Janice from Dead Meat had 3 names for him, and I think they had the names for him. I forget the names of the dolls, but yeah, this movie was really good coming off of Curse, which we're gonna talk about in a minute, because obviously that is higher on the list. Where I on the list though, but how'd you feel when you first saw this movie? Right? Did you go from Curse? Watching this, like, do you go watching Curse and like, oh shit, they're making another one, and kind of go from there? Like, what was?
Yeah. Because I was like, because immediately I'm like, how are you gonna make this movie, considering how
Curse ended,
especially more specifically, I guess the post credit scene.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, how?
Man,
I'm like, okay though, but fucking no, I remember watching and thinking it was okay. I was like, okay, we're definitely getting more stuff because this kind of ends crazy. And
so hold on. You know what? Let's do this. So at number 4 is Cult. At number 3 is Curse.
Yeah.
So we can talk about these movies.
Okay.
And as they both co-align with each other, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel as though that it's kind of hard talking about Cult without talking about Curse. Because we need to do that.
Yeah, no, because they're so in line with each other.
Yeah, because it's right in there. Curse of Chucky came out in 2013, while Cult of Chucky came out in 2017. So 4 years, not a long hiatus, but you had that. So let me talk about Curse, and then we'll go into Cult. So, Jose, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
I heard through the grapevine that Curse was being made, that a new Chucky movie was being made,
right.
And I was excited. I know it was me and my ex-fiance. We were still together at the time. I had the fucking so I heard it and I fucking rented it from Redbox because that was the new Blockbuster. Rented it from Redbox and we both sat there and watched it. I'm going to tell you this right now, brother. I was creeped the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was legitimately creeped out. because this one did something that it hasn't been done in years, and it went like Don Mancini realized this and went back to his horror roots because he was like, I can write a comedy, but we got to going back to our horror roots is what kicks it off.
Yeah,
because you literally didn't get Chucky becoming Charles until halfway into the movie. Same thing how you had with part 1. So they kind of like, it was almost a retelling of part 1.
Yeah.
But in a newer era. Because this wasn't a reboot. People thought this was going to be a reboot.
Yeah, because everyone was like, huh?
It was like, hey, it's a new Chucky.
Yeah, it's like Chucky looks nice and clean.
He's like remodern and everything. Yeah. And what freaked me out, man, I think because I have 2 things that freaks me out in horror movies. Anytime, anywhere, but like I can't turn away. Oh, one of them I will turn away from, and that's being slit throats. You already know this. You've seen it tonight.
Yep.
And the other one being your fucking eyes. And if you remember how I reacted when I saw the eye of old boy in what's that Christmas? Black Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I freak out with eyes. Chucky's fucking eyes were too goddamn real.
Yeah. I will say Chucky looks great in this movie.
Yes.
It's just like he's creepy as fuck.
Yes.
Like, what the shit?
Like, how can you make something that's not how we thought was funny for years creepy again? They fucking nailed it, right?
Yeah, because I saw that shit. I was like, oh.
I was like, oh, this is unsettling. And you didn't see fucking the crazy shit is you didn't see fucking Chucky move around or do anything like that until like halfway into the movie. But I will say that they did a perfect fucking job of having you look at Chucky and his eyes changing.
Yeah.
Like when he was human. What I heard about this one was they took more of a human approach when making the doll because they wanted to make it look like it was real. I was like, bruh, that's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
And this movie is probably the most brutal of the fucking movies, probably since Bride.
No, yeah, 100%.
Like, probably since Bride. 1 was good, but I ain't gonna say it was brutal. But fuck, man, this one was way fucking brutal. And Bride was fucking brutal, too.
Yeah.
Bride being the one that had the most kills in any of the Chucky movies at 14. 14 deaths.
Yeah.
In Bride of Chucky. Which, again, one of the reasons why I kind of still put it over 3.
Yeah.
But, again, interchangeable.
Right.
This legitimately brought back Chucky to its roots, and I fucking loved that movie, watching it. I was so creeped out because of what he was doing. And then, like I said, the beautiful thing about Curse of Chucky was people thought this was a fucking reboot.
Right.
But the biggest surprise, oh no, baby, this ain't a reboot. Because after Chucky killed, I believe, 3 people at this point, 4. It was the mom, it was the mom, actually no, it was 3. It's the mom, the reverend, and then the mistress.
Right.
The mom grabbed Chucky and they were in the attic. She saw something on Chucky's face and then she grabbed it, but then she started to peel it. That was the biggest fucking reveal.
Yeah.
Because it went back to Chucky's fucking iconic scarred look.
Yeah.
As she just proceeded to peel away the plastic off of Chucky's face, revealing that it's the fucking same old Chucky.
Yeah, he has the fucking scars and everything.
You literally took this movie as a fucking reboot only for you to be fucking super fucking surprised at this movie being a continuation of all the movies. Not just on top of that, it gets new lore.
Yeah.
What did you think about the lore from that, dude?
It was pretty good. I'm like, okay, you're expanding the lore. I love when movies expand the lore.
Yeah.
And it works.
And keeps it in the fucking universe.
Yeah.
Now, granted, it did kind of have its holes.
No, of course.
It had its holes.
Of course, because when you take those long of gaps between your movies, there's no way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's like, okay, so he was the Lake City Strangler, and we got it, but he also had a love interest?
Right.
Which...
That wasn't Tiffany?
Yeah, that he kidnapped?
Yeah.
And stabbed the stomach with the baby in it? paralyzed the baby, which was Nika.
Yeah.
And he's running. The cops are being called, and he's running, and then you still have old boy waiting in the car, and it's kind of kicking off part one.
Right, yeah.
Because the way Chucky explains this, he's explaining what was going on with Nika. He gets Nika, and then they actually have that, the antagonist, protagonist monologue of like what's happening. He's telling the future of what happened. Nika is handicapped, or we find out. And her mom, obviously, they say she commits suicide, but what happens is Chucky ends up killing her off screen.
Yeah.
Making it look like a suicide, but then Chucky's actually just taking out the family one by one. But fast forward to the climax, Chucky is telling Nika the backstory of like his he's always been connected to the family because he kidnapped the mom who he had a crush on after killing the dad involuntarily. Killing the dad by getting that motherfucker drowning his ass.
Yeah.
Taking the mom, locking her up in the basement, trying to love her, and then like the mom just fucking screaming and shit, and he's like, I'm not having it. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. Stabs her in the stomach. Doesn't kill her, but fucking stabs the fucking baby and makes her fucking a paraplegic from the waist down. And like you fucking continue, like he continues that, and that's when we get the opening, the one. I was like, this is how it happened, because he was trying to escape the cops from being that. And Caputo's still there, and it's like, why would Caputo be standing there waiting was he outside this whole time? You know what I'm saying? And he's just like, yo, fuck it. Dude, like, because if you think about Child's Play 1, you might think it's like a robbery or some shit, right?
Yeah.
But it's not, because he's a serial killer, and he's just driving around. It was a nice kind of it was refreshing to see that there was a story, and the fact that they continued the story, because with movies like this, you didn't have to do no shit like that. Right? People could have assumed that this was a reboot and kind of kept it going to bring it back to the series, but Don Mancini's like, no, I got something for your asses. Fucking flipped it on you and just made it about the fucking, tied everything together in a nice little fucking violent bow. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I did too. It was great.
Also the kills. Holy shit, the kills. Very nice. Buddy getting his fucking jaw fucking knocked off.
Yeah,
that was probably my favorite kill from the movie. And then old girl fucking getting electrocuted and having a fucking eye kind of get fucked up. And there was a thing about eyes in this movie, because you got like her fucking eye damn near pops out of her fucking face, and Chucky fucking stabs the mom. Well, not the mom, but like the older sister in the fucking eye, pops the eye out. Because he said something, was like, you've always had your mother's eyes, and I hated those fucking eyes. And he fucking just popped them out, and it was crazy. But that movie definitely brought back, it restored the feeling.
Yeah.
It restored the feeling of how Chucky movies should be done. And then with Cult, it still brought back a little bit of the comedy.
Yeah.
Which was also known for Chucky movies. Because I'm going to tell you now, Curse of Chucky was not funny.
No.
There was nothing funny about that movie.
That was a serious movie.
That was fucking horror at its fucking roots.
Yeah.
And then Don Mancini is like, I can still do both. And with Curse, that takes place after Cult, because Nika, who is Fiona Dorff, is blamed for the murders of her family, because she went crazy after she blamed it on the doll, which was Chucky himself, who escaped. He literally fucking won this entire fucking series.
Yeah.
She gets locked up in a mental institution where she's apparently being abused. And you find that out later, but like she comes up and she's in the mental hospital, but then these Chucky dolls start fucking arriving. One lady in the hospital is taking care of a Chucky doll. Or taking care of a fucking good guy doll. I keep calling it a Chucky doll. It's not a Chucky doll. It's a good guy doll. I'm so sorry. Taking care of a good guy doll, and then another good guy doll shows up, and that's fucking Chucky. And then like you meet these other characters and shit, and like some of the characters are likable, and the other characters are nope, he's cannon fodder, right? Yeah. And then the movie works out, and then just the Chuckies start fucking getting like just popping up. Yeah. And just start killing people inside the mental hospital, and they're like, "How are these people dying?" Oh, it's just suicide. It's just like, no, it's not fucking suicide. But the biggest fucking thing that ties Curse and Colt together for me is bringing back young Alex Vincent, aka
Andy.
Andy Barkley, back to the fold. You saw him you mentioned it at the end credits.
Yeah, it was like the dopest shit ever.
Yes.
I was like, you told me that was the last Chucky movie?
Yeah.
That's the perfect way to end the movie.
Oh yeah.
In the franchise.
Yes, goodness. Like, fucking, would have been perfect, but then the TV show actually was kind of dope. So it like how Curse ends. Nika's getting sent to the nut house, and the movie ends. Fast forward, but then you get Tiffany popping up, sending off a package to an address. You also see, and it's also the extended cut of the movie,
right,
where you see Nika's niece, Alice. I believe that is the chick's name. I believe this is the niece's name. I think it is Alice.
Yeah.
Gets Chucky in the mail. And she and Chucky start talking to her like the old school days. It's like, hey, I'm revealing who I am. I'm Charles Lee Ray. Da 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 da. And I want to play a game called Hide the Soul. And he's like holding his animal, and he fucking does the soul swap. Right? Fucking wins, and you get the jump scare of the mom being choked out.
Yeah.
Or the grandmother being choked out. But fast forward to that, there's another one where another Chucky doll is being sent to another address, and we see it's fucking Andy Barkley. And you get, like, nice little fucking tidbits of what's going on. His mom's still alive.
Yeah.
And apparently she's with the cop from the first movie.
Yeah.
Kyle, they asked him about Kyle, and she's like, I talk to Kyle every now and again. Gave us, like, if you're a fan of the series.
Just a quick info dump.
Yep, you got a quick info dump of, like, what happened between 1 and 2, and he's like, fine, you see all of the fucking, like, all the fucking, anything from the first movies. You saw the picture of him and his mom when he was younger. You saw, like, fucking a picture of Kyle. And then you saw the fucking Brentwood Academy fucking sweatshirt that he wore. And it's all, like, all up on the walls and shit. And it's dope. And then, like while you're hearing Andy talk, Chucky is cutting open the box to get out. And then he just pops up and he's looking for Andy. And he's still in the box.
Yeah.
Fucking Andy pulls up on him, is like, with a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
And Chucky's like, Andy, no, we're friends to the end. And Andy's like, fuck you, and just shoots that motherfucker. Like, all you heard is a shotgun blast, and it just went to black.
And I was like, holy shit. Yeah.
Then fucking Colt opens up, and it's Andy on a date. And his date realizes that who he is, because she Googled him.
Yeah.
And she's freaked out, and it's like, damn, my man Andy can't even get no coochie, man. Like, because of his fucking background. Like, motherfuckers think he's crazy. He ain't crazy, but this shit make him look crazy. I ain't gonna even lie.
Yeah.
It's like, you say a doll just fucked up your whole family. Like, word? You ain't try to punt that bitch? Like, what's good? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, he's having trouble being social. So he goes back to his fucking house or a log cabin or some shit like that. Goes back to a cabin or his house, and he fucking takes the Brentwood fucking thing off of the wall, and it reveals a safe. He opens the safe. It's the fucking Chucky head from Colt that he fucked up, and it's still alive. He didn't kill him, but it's like, okay, Andy, okay. You don't want people to think you're crazy, and yet you're doing this, bud.
You are torturing the fuck.
He is torturing just the leftover remains head of Charles Lee Ray, of one part of Charles Lee Ray, and he's just like talking to it like it's his only friend, and he's fucking trying to kill it. Like, that's a beef that goes on,
right?
And it's the funniest shit because he's smoking a joint, and Chucky's like, yo, let me hit that. He fucking let him smoke the joint, pulls it away, and Chucky tries to bite him, and it's like, Andy's like, all right, smokes it, puts the blunt away, takes a flamethrower, like takes a torch. It fucking takes it to Chucky's head. Yep. And I'm like, brother, my brother in Christ, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, I know you got trauma. Like, but dog, hey, bro.
He said, hey, bro, this is my new therapy.
Like, hey, man, like, bro, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? Right? Like, what are we doing? But that movie, I love how it introduced our new characters along with our older characters.
Yeah.
And without deep and diving into both Curse and Cult, you pretty much get the that's where I was saying the spinoff, which is the TV series, the idea that Chucky can put his soul in multiple fucking dolls now, and he learned how to do it. Which continuity, they brought back Voodoo for Dummies, which was seen in Bride of Chucky.
Yeah, that's right.
So like they said, yo, we found it, and I now know how to put my soul. I can separate my soul and put it in as many dolls as I would like. The TV show kind of takes that and turns it into something else, because he's like, well, in the TV show, he's like, I gotta have a kid kill for me. At least if I can get a kid, if I can manipulate a kid to kill for me, that helps me with the curse, and I can put all my souls I can put my soul in these dolls without having to worry about losing my life.
Yeah.
All right, and like literally, he's winning in the TV series, right? However, he, like, in Curse, you see the start of that because it's 3 Chucky dolls. Technically 4 if you want to count the head.
Right.
But it's 3 Chucky dolls.
Cult.
Yeah, it's like
You
a
said
damn
Curse.
Is it Curse? I said Cult.
You said Curse.
I did say Curse?
Yeah, that's what I was like.
My
wait,
fault.
what?
Okay,
But
yeah. No,
Just,
like
confusion.
just a bit confusing. Curse, Cult, C words, whatever.
I got a C word for you. No, I'm joking. But anyway.
No.
Cuddle.
Absolutely not. You take that shit to your girl. Anyway, you got Curse, you got Curse, you got Cult, and it's just that both those movies are very fucking fun, and he reinvigorated the series. Something I thought that would never fucking happen. I think I enjoyed Curse more than I enjoyed Cult. That's why Cult came in at 4th.
Same here.
And Curse
Same
came in
here.
at 3. Now, for obvious reasons, we already know we should probably already know what 1 and 2 are.
Yeah.
And we pretty much said it earlier.
Yeah, we can go through it. It's at number 2, it's Child's Play Part 2.
Yep.
And number 1 would be the original Child's Play.
Of course. What can we say about these movies that we haven't said enough
for
of?
Part 1, we did an entire episode on
We can
it,
do an entire episode. You guys can go back and listen into that one. But Part 2, definitely super iconic with me. I told you, being in my grandmother's house, watching that fucking movie, terror-fucking-fied.
Yeah.
But then fucking manning up and eventually watching the movie and really enjoying it. I still enjoy it to this day. And the one fucking quote that comes out of my fucking mouth every time, and it's not the one you think. It is, how's it hanging, Phil?
Oh, shit.
And he just fucking breaks Phil's neck.
Yeah.
Like, look, man, that movie, both of those movies are super fun. And again, that is our official ranking. 2 will probably get its own episode.
Yeah, because it's too good of a movie, I feel like, not to do.
Like, I think if we cover more of the Chucky stuff, I think it'll be, we already did 1. It would probably be 2, Curse and Cult.
Yeah, probably. We could probably skip the rest.
I wouldn't probably do the other ones unless people voted for them or anything
some
like
shit
that.
like that, yeah.
If it was a special occasion, but I think the ones I definitely want to cover would be Curse and
Part
Cult.
2 is fucking great. Like I said,
Yeah.
amazing climax.
Yeah.
Great continuation of the story.
Of course. It's just like, you get, it's one of those things that just continue on, and it's fucking just, I am a sucker for continuity in my horror movies.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot of that, but that's why I really like, that's why I really kind of like the Freddy movies over the Jason movies, because you don't get a lot of continuity with that, but you kind of get it in Freddy. But even then, you're not getting a lot of continuity in neither one of those.
No.
Chucky's one of the only other horror movies outside of Scream.
I'll say, yeah, because Scream has it pretty good.
And Scream's continuity is very well. You can't say anything about Halloween because that is
Halloween is just, oh boy.
That is
Choose your continuity.
yeah.
How about
Choose
that?
your destiny.
Exactly.
And then, but like Child's Play is the only one that keeps the continuity. Like one of the only other horror movies that I know that keeps the continuity going, and it's fresh, and it's like one of those things that I kept going. Now, Jose, since we've already done the countdown, man, I got
Countdown. Bow,
one.
bow, bow.
What is your favorite? Obviously, we're not going to do motive. We're not going to do
Right.
our 3 things, but I want to do something fun here. Give me your favorite cinema villain moment death of Chucky. The one that he kills his one of like his your favorite death of how Chucky gets his comeuppance, and your favorite kill from whatever movie, and then I want to know your favorite design.
Ooh. Well, the favorite death is probably part 2 because my man gets melted and just gets
blown up,
stitched together, kind of, and then
he blows up.
Yeah,
he blows up.
Eventually, just stabbed and just like
they take a fucking air hose and they fucking put that shit in his mouth, on his melted mouth, and he fucking pops like a fucking gut, like a pimple.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that and death.
That would be the death. Yeah, you talking about the kill?
No, I'm talking about kill. Ooh, so many good ones. Trying to think. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
There's
good
a
ones.
lot, man, because he's killed so much.
He has. You want to come back to that one?
Yeah, come back to that.
All right. And what is your favorite?
Yeah, favorite design is probably the Bride. Chucky.
Bride.
Yeah.
Yep. Figured.
Because even though they brought it back for Colt and Curse, I will say it looks a little too clean.
Yeah, it looks like he got restitched up, and it's not as fucked up as it was. But I appreciated the fact that they tried to keep the continuity.
No, absolutely, yeah.
Because it's like, look, we're not going to be able to really match that without it not looking the way we want, because we want the face to kind of look realistic. But we definitely are going to bring back the fucking stitches and shit. So I just thought that was a cool fucking little reveal.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Okay, so my favorite Chucky kill, honest to God, man, actually might be fucking Aunt Maggie from part 1.
With the boonk, knock her out the window?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And she fucking somersaults out the fucking window onto a car. That one, it was either that one or fucking from Curse, where Chucky fucking knocks old boy's fucking jaw smooth off.
Yeah.
And it's just nasty. But honestly, it's going to be probably Maggie, because it's just like fucking iconic, right?
Yeah. You know what I'm going to say? The only one I'm going to say right now, because it's sticking out in my mind, probably because I just seen it, but him voodoo dolling old boy.
Oh yeah, where he tells him, he's like, the only way how you can kill Chucky, shoot him in the heart.
Yeah,
the heart, the HAR, not the heart, the heart. The what now?
The what? The heart?
The heart. Shoot him in the heart.
Okay, because this would be like 3 things. He could say the hair, heart.
He literally said the heart.
I know, right? So just like,
because he meant to say the heart, but he fucking died. He just said, you must stab the heart.
Now, if you just said scariest Chucky design, I'll be like, that giant Chucky thing from part 1.
Oh my God.
The big like dude in a suit.
Dude, you know something funny? You know who voiced that?
What's up, man?
The dude who the lead fucking kid from Children of the Corn.
Oh wow.
Motherfucker,
that's hilarious. The dude who was
motherfucker who played Mordecai.
There you go, Mordecai.
He fucking voiced that. He fucking voiced the.
That's
the
hilarious.
Dude in the suit. I didn't know that.
But
I was like, that's crazy.
That fucking thing is just terrifying.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. It cracks me up every time I see it.
It's the fucking biggest. Like, oh my God. All right. So favorite kill was Aunt Maggie.
Yeah.
From part 1. Favorite death, Child's Play 3. I'm just
into the fan you go.
Yep. Just motherfucker got turned into a fucking serial killer slushy.
Yeah.
Right up in there, bro. The fucking shoe just went flying. It's like they filmed everything in slow-mo and that shit went like, bah. Yeah. Like he fucking exploded. Wow. And my favorite Chucky design? It's the stitched. It's Bride. It's definitely Bride. I do appreciate the redesign in Cursed.
Yeah.
It just freaked me right the fuck out. But like it's you can't beat that that stitched up fucking face that made the man famous. So I'll go with that. I will say one bonus question. What's your favorite Chucky quote? Chucky line?
It still might be from part 1 where he's like, you stupid bitch, you fucking slut, fucking kill you.
Yeah. That actually is going to probably be the opening bump.
There you go. Yeah.
Mine would probably be probably House and Hang and Phil. I'm sorry. It's just so fucking corny, but like just the right amount of like corny. Like just like, wow, that's fucking stupid. But it's just like, look at how he's hanging upside down and he says that. And it's just like, just the realization that this doll is talking to me. And it's so fucking cool, man. It's just so fucking cool. But,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, we got a new pint-sized Hokage
There you go.
in the fucking Hall of Fame, folks. That is it. That is
our Chucky episode.
That is it. We will probably, like I said, we're gonna probably cover more of these
Let
movies
us
down
know
the
what
road.
your all's favorite Chucky movies.
Yeah, let us know on the Instagram when we post this.
Mwahaha.
Let us know. Bother us on Twitter. You guys don't bother us on any of our social media. And I want to say, kind of, part of me is like, thank you for like leaving us alone. But I'm like, no, this ain't my personal page. This is literally our Cinema Villains page. You can look.
This is what it's for, guys.
Literally interaction. We need more of that. Shouts out. I want to shout out a couple people. I want to shout out like our friend of the show, Contos.
Hey, shout out to you, guy.
I want to shout out the Love UKC.
Hey, shout out to you, Casey.
You want to? That's not even how you would say her name. Don't
I
even.
know.
You got to say it.
Katrina.
You put some more bass in your fucking voice.
Katrina.
There you go. Attaboy. And then I also want to shout out new listener. Good friend of mine, Sid. Thanks so
Sid.
much. She is a horror buff. She loves us listening to this shit.
Nice.
And she won't stop fucking bothering me about Bulletproof. Kiss my ass.
Damn.
That episode sucks. Moving on. Regardless, we will be back.
We shall be back soon. Next week. actually.
Yes, next week. Unless one of us catches the Rona.
Don't say that, Shag.
You right.
Shag, stop. Shag, don't. Even if one of us do, we'll remote this bitch.
No, we would.
We'll fucking. I'll just stay home and.
Yeah, no, we'll fucking no. We will not we will get these episodes out. Fuck that. But yeah, we will be back with a nice little horror originals that we finally get to fucking partake in. I can't wait. Neither can Jose.
No.
Ladies,
Please join us
join us for
next
that.
week.
Yeah. Seriously though, we posted it. We posted it. What
We
doing on
kind of
Twitter.
did. Well, we didn't say which ones. What
I didn't say
what
which
order,
one,
yeah.
and I didn't say which ones. I didn't say which order, but yeah, they are iconic. We are finally covering the iconic Universal monsters.
Yeah.
You will see us next week covering one of those episodes. But until then, for Jose, I am Shaggy B. We shall see you next time.
Peace. We love you, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Bye.
Later.